Wham, bam, TESLACAM. I hope you're satisfied.
The next video shows a severe traffic collision. Viewer discretion is advised. This clip was sent in from Victor Arndt Mueller. I talked with Victor and asked him if his Tesla was on autopilot at the time of the accident. Victor said, "It was me. Traffic suddenly stopped, so I kept an eye on the rearview mirror. I really wish it had been the autopilot because I just happened to get lucky this time." The Idaho State Police copied the videos from Victor's thumb drive right there at the scene of the accident. They were super happy to have this evidence and told Victor that they love Teslas now. The occupants of the Dodge were taken to the hospital via ambulance and helicopter. We wish them a speedy recovery. This next video is from Doug, who was driving his Model 3 on the on-ramp to I-95 near the South Carolina and Georgia border in August of 2019. This video really illustrates the danger of driving too slowly. As Doug was about to enter the highway, the car in front of him on the on-ramp slowed almost to a stop, instead of accelerating and merging into traffic. This resulted in the cars behind them pulling out onto the highway in an attempt to go around them. This slowed down everyone on the highway, and the truck pulling a trailer must not have seen the mayhem. It swerved onto the median, causing a total loss of control followed by a rollover. According to news reports, the highway was shut down for 2 hours, but fortunately, there were no deaths reported. Mitch Bauer was approaching a red light in his Tesla when he witnessed this accident. A white Toyota Highlander clipped the front of a car that was attempting to run the red light and flipped over. This is a great example of why you should never run a red light. Ross from Phoenix, Arizona sent us this video. He let his friend borrow his Model 3 while he was out of town. Watch what happened when his friend was stopped for a red light. Keep your eyes on this pickup truck. As the light turned green, Ross's friend hit the accelerator, but he didn't notice the truck running the red light. He hit the truck behind the passenger door, and the truck ramped off the front of the Tesla and rolled onto its roof. Ross says he's surprised how quickly they were able to get out of the truck to yell at his friend. The police who showed up to the scene were impressed that they could see the playback of the accident right in the Tesla. They made sure to write the truck driver a few tickets before leaving. The truck driver filed an insurance claim first, claiming it was Ross's friend's fault, but the TESLACAM proved that the truck driver ran the red light. His insurance fully covered the $12,000 repair bill. It took a month to repair the Tesla. The damage to the front end was extensive. Check out these pictures of the damage. Ross had just gotten his Model 3 back when he sent us the video. He says it was a long month of waiting, but he's happy to be back behind the wheel. Chris was driving his Model X northbound on I-95 near Boca Raton, Florida, when he witnessed this bizarre accident. It almost looked like the driver was about to fall out of the window. Fortunately, the driver never hit anything else and was able to move safely to the side of the road. The wheel went flying after the pickup truck hit it, and we can see it bounce off the hood of the car in the inside lane. Rick was sitting in traffic in his Model S in Charlotte, North Carolina one morning when he noticed a car speeding in the turn lane. At the same time, the cars in front of him stopped to let a school bus out of a neighborhood street. As the bus turned out, the speeding car clipped the bus. Luckily, no one on the bus was hurt, and the driver of the car wasn't seriously injured. Matthew was driving in San Antonio, Texas, when this drunk driver lost control and veered into his Model 3. The drunk driver claimed that she was cut off by a man with a trailer, but the video shows otherwise. The police officers told Matthew they couldn't determine whose fault it was until after they had seen the TESLACAM video. Bruce was driving his Model Y on autopilot in Nashville, Tennessee, when he found himself in the middle of a major accident on the highway. Conveniently, Bruce had his GoPro running behind his shoulder, which gives us a spectacular angle of the crash. But first, let's look at it from the beginning, narrated by Bruce's own words.
From my work, after work, an incident happened on the interstate where there was a major car crash. We're talking probably more than 15 vehicles were involved in this totally, and I was kind of right in the middle of all of it.
The rain started pouring, and there was an accident up ahead, forcing the cars to come to a sudden stop. Autopilot engaged initial braking. The cars in the fast lane were driving too fast to be able to stop in time. This was the result. Bruce quickly took over from autopilot, and at the same time, another crash started piling up behind him. Accelerating, he avoided being hit from behind. He was very lucky to only be a witness in this mass accident and not actually involved. He pulled over to the side of the road, and from what he initially learned, there were no serious injuries, even though some people were transported out by ambulance. Bruce and many other drivers had dashcam footage of the accident that they offered to the first responders at the scene. Now let's have a look from the camera that was mounted inside his Tesla. We can see autopilot braking, and Bruce taking the wheel and quickly pressing the save button for the dashcam footage. He had his cameras running because he was recording for his YouTube channel, All Things Tesla. Shout out to Bruce for sending us this incredible video. Go check out his YouTube channel. David was driving his Tesla Model X in Charlotte, North Carolina when he was unexpectedly involved in a major car accident. Keep an eye on the right side of the screen as David was approaching this interstate overpass. The Jeep coming from the off-ramp lost control, flipped, and hit David's Tesla, pushing him into the oncoming lane. On the right repeater camera, we can see this Toyota in the lane next to David locked up its tires and missed the overturned Jeep by mere inches. David ran out of his car to check on the driver of the Jeep. Thankfully, everyone involved was okay, apart from being noticeably shocked by the accident. The repairs for David's Model X will cost $30,000 and will take 2 to 3 months to complete. The other driver's insurance wasn't enough to cover that, so David had to utilize his underinsured motorist coverage to make up the difference. The police, medics, and fire department all responded to the scene. This is what's left of Yancey's Model 3 after he was involved in the accident we're about to watch.
Back up, please.
All the Tesla's passengers walked away from the accident, and the police said they were surprised that the cabin was basically untouched. Yancey was merging to the left lane when his friend in the passenger seat yelled, "Watch out!" He said there wasn't much he could do as they were going about 65 miles per hour. All he could do was slam on the brakes and hold onto the wheel firmly. He closed his eyes and braced for impact. Let's take a closer look at what caused the accident in the first place. The Dodge Charger seemed to have been speeding onto the highway and hit this small concrete separator on his left. In response, he swerved towards the right, hitting the rail and losing control, hurtling towards traffic. The Dodge Charger driver had to be taken to the hospital. Yancey had to go through his own insurance since the other driver wasn't covered at the time of the accident. The Tesla was a total loss, and the insurance company told him there was no way the car was going to be repaired. Yancey added that he plans on buying a new Tesla eventually since it saved his life and those of his friends that night. This example of instant karma was recorded from the center screen of a Tesla using a cell phone and sent in by an anonymous uploader.
Oh, eat shit. Beautiful.
This video was submitted by Matt Swain, who says, "Nice spoiler." That spoiler sure is massive. Matt used this video as evidence in his insurance claim. This video from Michael in Germany shows that not everyone is impressed by American steel. In this clip, Master Crawl's Sentry Mode was activated by a rather busy intruder. Always remember to belt in your puppy. Smile, you're on Tesla's Sentry Mode camera. This video from Marius Pop shows someone who seems to know what Tesla Sentry Mode is, and it looks like he's doing his best to activate it. What he doesn't seem to realize is that it's already activated and recording everything he's doing. This video sent in by Mr. Levizzle shows a guy giving the Tesla family thumbs up and showing Sentry Mode that he parked far away so as not to ding this parked Tesla. This video from Ganas138 shows his Model 3's Sentry Mode capture two guys trying to take a selfie with his car. This video from Ryan shows a pretty unusual Sentry Mode event. Ryan says that he usually finds it funny to watch the Sentry Mode events to see what shenanigans it captures when parked on the streets of LA, but this one takes the cake. This video was taken by a parked Model 3 in the California beach town of Coronado and sent in by an anonymous submitter. This clip perfectly explains why you shouldn't text and bike. Fortunately, it looks like she mostly avoided damaging the car, and she didn't appear to be hurt very seriously. In the next clip, we see her dusting off her knees.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Cybertruck? My friends all drive diesel, I must make a man.